In this video tutorial, we're going to talk about how to use Boolean operators with labels or columns in the matrix, in other words. So you can see that according to this matrix, there are 48 taxis that enter the intersection from the south. That's what this little mock-up represents. And 12 of the total 115 taxis made a turn. But let's say I'm interested in knowing actually how many taxis made a turn coming from the south. So in Studio Code language, the way we think about that is how many instances in the taxi row have the south and the turn label on it, or on them. You can get to that information by using the matrix. In terms of how, the first thing you want to do is right-click or control-click on a column header, or one of the two column headers that you're looking to combine. You can actually combine more than two, but let's just start with two. And you get this drop-down menu, and I will go to duplicate. I'm only duplicating first because I want to use the second turn column and manipulate that one, so I still have the plain individual turn column here for that information. Okay, so now that I have this second turn column, let me point out the fact that anytime you select a column header, you can see the label represented up here in this dark gray horizontal bar going left to right. See that? It just shows you the actual label there. Okay, so now that we have this second turn column, there's two different ways we can combine the labels. So again, we're looking for turn, and let's say south. The first way is if I right-click on the column header again, I can go add, label, or group. Hopefully you have groups. And I'm going to go find the group, enters, and we're going to go from the south, right? Hopefully that makes sense. So when I choose south, you see now that label gets added to the dark gray bar up here, and you can see the word and between the two. So that shows you the relationship. We're looking again for any taxi instances that have the turn and the south label on them. If you click on and, this is where you can take advantage of the Boolean operators and instead, for example, use or. That's a little bit less strict of a criteria, so obviously the number changes there. You can see to 59. Let's put it back to and for now. So I said a minute ago there's two ways you can combine the labels. That's the first way, via this right-click and add menu. The second way is like this. So I'll right-click on turn and go to duplicate again. So you start out the same way. Now, again, you can see the turn label up here, but with that selected, you can also just click and drag this label up to the bar, and you get the same result. So there's no right or wrong there. It's just a matter of preference. But as I mentioned a minute ago, you actually have an unlimited number of labels that you can combine to drill down and get more specific information in the matrix. Thanks for watching.